What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Ledger announces Cardano ADA is now available to swap on Ledger Live Desktop. Great to see this integration. John Deaton, very famous in the XRP army, former US Senate candidate and pro-XRP crypto lawyer, says looks like Charles Hoskinson is single-handedly trying to end the tribalism that has plagued this industry. Great to see him quote retweet Charles, who said, "Great call with the FLR network team, really smart guys." And a new reply by Hugo, there were a few, saying, "Honestly, it was hugely refreshing." Great to see this collaboration maybe with FLR, maybe some Oracle stuff. Who knows? Let me know, guys. What would you like to see between FLR and Cardano? I think it would be fantastic for our ethos to see good collaboration between Cardano, IOG, Ripple, XRP Labs even, and FLR Network. Good to see some synergy there. Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric shares top 20 performing meme coins, including the notorious meme coin SNEK, number 11. Great to see this. There was a list that he shared of the top performing meme coins this year, and SNEK right after MOG. How incredible is that? Great to see that. Fantastic. Some clips from Charles's great post on YouTube today, live stream. Charles Hoskinson says, "I just had a call with FLR CEO Hugo Philion. IOG is focused on adoption, partnerships, and technological enhancement. We're going to get Bitcoin to work with Cardano. We'll have a great demo at Bitcoin 2025 in May." Very exciting. He also says, "Midnight will be Cardano's biggest economic event in history. It will airdrop to over 100 million people and build bridges with all major networks. Midnight is an asset issued on Cardano, so he's going to know firsthand the pain points that we're experiencing with Cardano Native Tokens because he has committed to spend over $20 million on integrations. So that should also be beneficial for the rest of the CNTs in the space. Let me know what you guys think." Charles says, "I'm going to work as hard as I can to get Cardano Native Tokens, speaking of CNTs, where they need to be. Connect Cardano to the rest of the blockchains, improve core infrastructure, and high TPS. There's an enormous effort underway." This is very nice to hear because I don't think we've gotten the support from Cardano Foundation the way that we've yearned for grants, right? And like the Binance listings we've been yearning for that SNEK deserves, and then some, right? Kraken, Binance, all this stuff. So it's nice to hear this commitment and enthusiasm from Charles. And finally, Charles says, "We will ship Ouroboros Leios. We will get technology like Midgard and Gummiworm. We will connect to all major cryptocurrencies like XRP and Bitcoin and be their DeFi layer and give XRP and Bitcoin a lot of benefit and value." It goes both ways. It's a trade, he says. So great to see the enthusiasm, the spark from Charles. Lovely. And let's talk about price because we've recovered quite well. Of course, I speculate based off of what I've seen is that the massive sell candle on the S&P and also the pullback on the Russell 2000 index, we might see some more downwards volatility for the rest of December before we Giga Chad send it with the new administration. So I speculate that we still might not be out of the negative volatility, but we've held up pretty well. We went all the way down to 0.85. We're back to 0.9. And when we take a look at the whole market, the entire market is red, guys. So it's not just exclusive to Cardano. There's a few outliers, but for the most part, things are in the double-digit losses. And Cardano's still doing pretty well. We still are, I think, 14th out of the top 100 for 24-hour trade volume. And relative to downside volatility, still not too bad. Still not too bad, all things considered. And when we look at the price right now at 0.9, it's looking a lot like what we saw towards the tail end of November when we were at 0.89, 0.9, and we went all the way up to 1.3. So are we out of this just yet? I haven't bought any. I mean, I've been looking at it like, that was a very tasty dip. But a lot of people were convinced that like this 0.94, 0.96. I saw some tweets by big names who were like, "It's gonna pump, it's going up." And they were proved wrong. So at the end of the day, I don't know. If some guy's convinced he knows, he probably doesn't know. You probably don't know. No one knows for sure what's ahead of us in the short term, but it's better to play with trajectories. In the long term, Cardano is going to perform very well. In the long term, Bitcoin and XRP are going to perform very well. But everyone is always trying to time the bottom and time the top, and that's usually where they get it wrong. Don't try to time the market, spend time in the market. So I think that the weeks ahead of us for December, for the next 1 or 2 weeks, probably still we're going to see some volatility towards the downside, but still these are good buying prices. I'm going to watch ADA and see if it's going to dance again with the 80s, the high 80s. I think that still we're going to have a lot of upside volatility, but I think December is going to be quite volatile. We might also see some tax harvesting. So there's going to be multiple reasons, right? Jerome Powell flooding Bitcoin, tax harvesting, the downside volatility combined with margin calls, liquidations on the S&P Russell 2000 index pullback. There's a lot of stuff that have caused this downwards volatility from the narrative perspective. But this is healthy in the long run because this will pull back the slingshot and send those big prices that we're desiring, right? The 200K Bitcoin, the $5-6 plus XRP, ADA as well, I think will easily still surpass $2, $3, $4. And again, I'm just watching to see, maybe I'll scoop up a dip. If I do scoop it up, I'll let you guys know again of, when I bought, at what price I bought, what the timing was like. But right now, I'm just kind of hawkishly watching and just observing. And again, at a glance right now, guys, my crypto holdings is just BTC, ADA, XRP. But ADA still my biggest altcoin holding. It's just those three. And there are some small ones, a little bit of Litecoin, a little bit of like XLM, but they're very tiny compared to those big three assets that I hold. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts in terms of pricing? I think it was nice and refreshing to hear some good news still, given the downside in the market. Let me know if you guys use Ledger. And also, I think it was pretty refreshing to hear from John Deaton. As someone who has been an XRP enthusiast before jumping deeper into ADA, John Deaton is a highly respected name, both by Ripple, both by the XRP army. So the more that we can foster some good relations with Hugo Philion, Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, Johnny Deaton, and many other names, I think it's going to be highly beneficial for us, for Cardano to build the bridges for RLUSD and, who knows the network around John Deaton, especially with the Ripple team. So let me know your thoughts regarding that. And I think finally it's great to see that SNEK has been performing just right after MOG. Quite incredible, given that it's not even on Binance. Like, I think MOG at least has derivatives or something like that on Binance and many other big listings. So when that time comes that Charles gets behind a lot of the CNTs, combined with connecting them, but also as a cascading benefit of him spending over $20 million to integrate Midnight, because Midnight will be a asset issued on Cardano, I think we're going to have two ways to really benefit our Cardano Native Tokens to get listed on other exchanges sooner. Infrastructure, financial incentives, and many others, I think will bode well for Cardano Native Tokens. So guys, let me know your thoughts. What are your price predictions? Are we out of the downwards volatility, or are we still going to see some more dips? Let me know what you guys think. Have you been scooping up the dips? Let me know your predictions for December. Hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.